life can sometimes be like a stream passing through us. Nothing happens. It's just a repetition of the day before. The same tasks, the same routine, but somehow every day is unique and filled with small moments of joy and eternity. Hello, welcome back. This week was fairly routine. I worked, I did some journaling, and I read a little bit. Honestly, I didn't do much about launching my classes, but I did talk with some people that were interested in having classes with me, so that's a little bit positive. But one thing that really made me happy this week is that one of our most recent students, she told me this week that she's loving the classes and that she really appreciated the way I teach and how patient I am with her. And it meant a lot to me, like, it really meant a lot to me because, as I told you before, like many of other people, I do have a lot of self-doubt. I do doubt a lot of my capabilities and on my capacities of being a good teacher. And I know that I am a good teacher, but sometimes I do feel that I could be better. And hearing that, it's always make me really happy and makes me want to, keep improving, keeping getting better. Apart from that, I spent a lot of time cleaning my house and preparing material for my lessons. It wasn't the most interesting week, to be honest with you. I didn't go out to anywhere, just went out to the supermarket. I think we do need some weeks where we're just trying to cut up with life. And to be honest with you, I have to catch up with a lot of things, especially with my dissertation. I will focus this weekend. I promise to myself that we'll spend the whole weekend just working on my dissertation. So yeah. Now, onto something that really captured my attention this week. It was a short story by Philip K. Dick. I love Philip K. Dick and I love science fiction, but I never actually read the short story. Actually, I never read any Philip K. Dick short stories before, and this one was a suggestion of one of my friends for my study group. It's called Adjustment Team, and I was completely fascinated with it. It is a thought-provoking story about the nature of reality. So, chef's kiss, amazing. So basically, the story follows the life of a character named Ed. The life, because you're a short story, so it's just a fragment of his life, and not a long short story because of that's just like fragments of reality, just like vlogs are just a fragment of someone's life. But anyways, I'm digressing. So the story follows a particular time in Ed's life, and Ed lives in a universe where the future is already written, which is an interesting concept. However, people still have the free will to make their own choices in this universe. So because of this, there is a sort of agency and adjustment teams that are responsible for making sure that the pre-written future it is followed. So basically, those adjustment teams, they are making constant updates on people and on the reality itself to make sure that the choices people will do are the ones who will lead to this pre-written future. So this path already written. I was like, however, due to a mistake, because well, every story must have a conflict, Ed arrives late to a schedule adjustment, and just to make sure, Ed doesn't know about the adjustment team, and actually really few people in this universe know about it. They exist. So Ed arrives late for one of these pre-scheduled adjustments, and he witnessed something that is really terrifying. He sees reality itself de-energize, and every single thing Ed touches starts crumbling. So he sees basically his colleagues and his workplace dematerialized in front of him. So he basically sees everything turn into particles and dust. To be honest with you, that was really shocking because we didn't know, I didn't know, nor Ed, what would happen to that particles, to that people, to that place that were turning into crumbles, to dust, into particles. I was like, people died. But no, they didn't. It is a short but incredibly powerful story that left me quite shocked. Not quite, completely. Not. What is interesting, at least to me, is that this concept of manipulating time and reality is not something new. This research was published in the 50s, so it's not new. But it's something that we are dealing a lot recently, especially with series and movies like Matrix and Gravity Falls, and also most recently Loki, right? They all deal with, they all have those kind of agencies. They're outside time and outside reality. But there's something about experiencing through literature that makes, at least to me, even more impactful. When I'm watching a show or a movie, um, I'm just a spectator. I'm just watching. I'm just seeing. I do not participate in it. I'm basically an observer of someone else's life. But when I'm reading, I become the character. And Ed's horror felt so real and so strong that I felt scared alongside with him. And I think that is a testament of how immersive literature can be. I think literature can be way more immersive than any TV series or any show or any movie. Even with the advance of technology that like now we have a lot of technology that make the movies and like the cinema, we have IMAX that's really immersive. But still, I feel like a spectator. And I'm not the character. I'm not living that. But when I'm reading, I am the character. Even though if the perspective of the short story is in a third person short story, not a first person, that really doesn't matter because I feel like I am the character. Anyways, I think that was a great short story, and I'm really anxious to hear what my colleagues will have to share with me and with us later today in my study group about this short story, because it was like amazing. I think something that I really look throughout my week, that I really look forward throughout my week, is the meetings with my fellow colleagues and fellow researchers, where we share our thoughts and opinions about short stories that we read. And this week was this one. So yeah, later today I'll be basically talking about it, and I think it would be fun. So that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to be gentle with yourself, and hopefully, I'll be here again next week. See ya.